Welcome to another Todd's
2-Minute Tech Tip Tuesday.
Brought to you by the National RV Training Academy, the largest hands-on RV training academy in America. Hey, before we get to the video, which I know this is the reason why you're here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss anything. Hit the subscribe button now. Thank you. Now, back to our Tech Tip Tuesday. Hey, in light of the recent situations where we lost an RV family due to a blowout, I figured we'd start the discussion on first and foremost, how to actually properly navigate your RV or car or whatever in the case of a blowout, but also let's start a discussion on some safety items when it comes to our tires. So first and foremost, there's condolences, and our hearts are actually saddened by the news last week of, a family losing their life due to a blowout. I mean, any family losing their life is one that is too many, but this is something that kind of hits home. So first I looked at some statistics from the NHTSA.gov site. Kind of surprising. Roughly 78,000 wrecks occur each year due to a blowout. Of that, about 622 deaths each year from a blowout. Now, lastly, and without trying to, scare everyone or put a damper on their Tuesday, but about 42,000 deaths per year because of the highways, right? Because of our driving. So first and foremost, let's cover some information on what we should do. What should we do in the event we have a tire blowout? First and foremost, as we look at everything, stay calm. Second, we have to go against nature. Well, the first thing we want to do is we want to hit the brakes. Do not hit the brakes. As a matter of fact, here's what's going on. When we're talking a blowout, this is a sudden loss of air from the tires. Whatever side of blowout you have, let's say it's on the left side, it's going to drop. Now, the weight wants to carry that way. It is natural for us to try and pull back. Don't do that yet. The first thing you should do, contrary to what you think, accelerate just a little bit, right? You want to remain in control, steer straight, accelerate ever so slightly in the event of a blowout. Once you're in control, then let off the gas, okay? Don't hit the brakes yet because the tire is gone, when you hit those brakes, you don't have much traction, and that wheel can lock up, and that's the one thing we don't want to do. We want to remain in control. Steer towards the right. Once we're under control, and once we begin to decelerate, get over to the right lane, right? And then, of course, have your hazards on. Turn on your hazards before you switch over. Kind of let everyone else know around you. All right, so again, stay calm. Do not hit the brakes yet. Accelerate through that jolt that takes place ever so slightly. Don't floor it. Once you're in control, begin to let off the accelerator just a bit. Turn on your blinkers and begin to pull over to the right. Okay, those are the things that we really want to look at and do in the event of a blowout. Okay, so now let's talk about some causes of blowouts. And here's the thing, I want to start the discussion because there's no way I can cover everything. All right, tire safety. First and foremost, make sure that your tires have the proper amount of air. Now, the only guidance that we are given is maximum pressure when they're cold. I get people that ask, what about when they're warm or anything else? Well, all we get is the information when they're cold, so you want to follow that. You also want to look at the weight rating or the load index. There's a lot of different numbers out there. Here's the thing. You need to find out from your particular manufacturer how much weight you could put on those things and follow those guidelines. I understand there's tons of you. I've been, just doing this, this much weight, and I'm a much better driver than anyone else out there on the roads. Okay, no, stop that, okay? I understand that, chances are you may be a great driver, but are you a great driver in these conditions when you have a blowout or anything else, right? That's not something that we prep for. So let's just follow our load index, our weight ratings, and even speed. Guys, even speed, okay? Those tires, especially our trailer tires, have a speed limitation. Okay, you can't go the same speed. And guys, it's really low, 60, 70. If you get above that, too hot, those tires get too hot and begin to fail, okay? TPMS systems, the one thing I'll say about that, yes, they give you some information, but they also can make you lazy. Always have your eyes on those tires when you stop for fuel Check your tires before you even take off. Check your tires. You're looking for any obstructions that are in the tires. You're looking for, of course, not just tread, but you're looking at the condition. Tread wear. What's going on? Do you see any obvious problems? And of course, make sure that we got the proper pressure inside those tires. So again, in light of what's going on, what we want to do is stay calm in the event of a blowout, accelerate just a little bit. Once we're under control, turn on the hazards, begin to decelerate, and get off to the right of the road. And as well, as we start the discussion, what are some things that we can do to keep our RVs, our cars, everything else on the roads just a little bit safer? There's our tech tip. All right, before you get to the bloopers, which is why you're here in the first place, the RV industry needs thousands of RV technicians and inspectors, and now is the perfect time to do that. If you want to make more money or have more control over your time, go ahead and click the link below. Or if you just want to learn how to fix your own RV, got something for you there. Head over to rvtechcourse.com and get started today. Now for the reason that you're out there in the video, roll the bloopers.
Todd does it in one take.
First and foremost, I looked at the NHTSA. NHSTA. Let's see, TSA. Let me do that again. NTSHA. Nope. NHTSA. NHSTA. Let's jump. TSA. Then NHTSA. I'll get that right here in a second. Bam.